Hello, this is PreIB made easy by IB students to IB students. And in this lesson we will be covering density, which is chapter 5 in the IGCSE Physics 3rd edition physics book. If there's something you don't understand, feel free at any point in time to pause the video to look into the notes more carefully or to replay that specific part of the video in which you don't understand what's happening. The most important thing to keep in mind is that density is a unit, which is used to measure mass per volume. As an example for water, 1 centimeter cubed would weigh 1 gram, given that it has a density of 1 gram per centimeter cube. Similarly, every material has a different density. Aluminium has 2.6 grams per cubic centimeter, for example, and iron has 7.8 grams per cubic centimeter. In the example shown here, there is a cube of volume of 1 centimeter cubed, as it is 1 by 1 by 1 centimeter, and it weighs 1 gram. So from that, you could deduce that the density is 1 gram per cubic centimeter. However, this is not in the standard units. The SI units, or the standard units for density, would instead be in kilograms per meters cubed. So to convert it from grams per centimeter cubed to kilograms meter cubed, you would have to multiply it by 1,000. But unlike my example above, density can be measured for all objects, not just a cube. Now, it could be a rectangle, say one that weighs 1 kilogram and is 10 by 2 by 5 centimeters. From that, you can easily deduce that the density is 10 grams per cubic centimeter, due to the straight edges making it very easy to calculate the volume. However, if you're interested in finding the density of a rock, for example, the whole process becomes a lot more difficult, as it becomes much more difficult to find the volume of the rock. And to find the volume, you first have to submerge the rock in a measuring cylinder with water of known volume and see by how much it rises. The difference would therefore be the volume of the rock. Now, after you know the volume, you can easily measure the weight of a rock on a scale and then just divide the weight by the volume to get the density. So as an example, a rock of weight that weighs 34 grams and a volume of 17 centimeters would have a density of 2 grams per centimeter cubed. And after the conversion to standard units, this applies to liquids too. You can measure the volume of any liquid in a measuring cylinder. And the mass can be measured by first measuring the mass of an empty beaker, then putting the liquid in, getting the mass difference, and then getting the mass of the liquid from that. And from there, you can divide the mass by the volume and get the density of that liquid. Now, something important to remember is that the phenomenon we call floating only occurs when the object has lower density than the liquid it is placed on. This is the reason why cork, with a density of 0.24 grams per cubic centimeter, floats on water, and something like a piece of aluminum, with a density of 2.6 grams per cubic centimeter, would sink. Cork has a lower density than water, thus floats. Aluminium has a higher density, and thus would sink.